Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are diving into the fascinating world of the human skeleton, and we have a real one right here. Alright, it will interest you to know that you were born with about 270 bones, but as you grow up and you are now an adult, you have just 206. What happened to the remaining bones? Alright, by the end of this video, you should be able to identify the major bones of your body and some fun facts, some cool facts along the way. Let's dive in. Let's begin from the top, the skull. Now this place you're seeing here is the skull, and the skull is made up of 22 bones. If you count the bones that make up the skull, we have how many? 22 bones. Now these 22 bones, or the skull, is divided into two parts. The two major parts of the skull is the cranium and the mandible. The cranium is this bone here that protects the brain. So if you open this here, if you open this stuff here, you see the brain inside. Now the cranium is this part of the skull that protects the brain. Then we have the second part of the skull, which is the lower jaw. If you don't call it the lower jaw, you call it the mandible. Now, it will interest you to know that out of the 22 bones of the skull, it is only the mandible that can move. You can see, it's moving. It's moving. Now, this mandible is the only part of the skull that can move. And that movement allows chewing and talking. Just imagine if your mandible cannot move. See, the skeleton is even speaking. Just imagine it cannot move. You cannot talk. You cannot talk. You cannot chew. But since it is moving, it permits chewing and it permits talking. If you want to doubt it, that this is the only part of the skull that can move, try to move the upper jaw. Try to move this upper jaw here. Try to move it here. You see, it's not possible. It cannot move. It is only this lower jaw that can move. So this is a skull. The cranium and the lower jaw, which is the mandible. Out of the 22 bones, this is the only one that can move. All right, so let's go into the second part of the skeleton. All right, so moving down from the skull, the next part we have is the spine, or the vertebral column. Let me turn this so you can see it well. This is the spine, or the vertebral column. So the spine runs from here to here. So this backbone here, this vertebral column, is a spine. And this spine is made up of 33 bones. If you count it 1, 2, 3, 4 like that down, you see it's made up of 33 bones. 33 bones. Now, this spine is divided into 5 parts. So we are going to take the 5 parts one after the other. Now, here is your neck region. As you can see, this place is your neck region, connecting your head to the remaining part. This neck region here, the bones of this neck region, this place here, is called the cervical vertebra. Cervical vertebra. And the cervical vertebra is made up of 7 bones. The cervical vertebra is the bones of the neck. The bones of the neck. And it's made up of 7 bones. That's the cervical vertebra. Now, if you count it, you'll be having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you see where it ends here. So we have 7 bones here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take note, I've said that the cervical vertebra is found in the neck region and it is made up of 7 bones. Now the next one is found in your chest region. If I turn this, you see this is where your chest is, right? But now, since we're talking about the backbone or the vertebral column, that's why I'm turning the back, because that is where the spine is found. All right. So, now the next one is the thoracic vertebra. The thoracic vertebra is the vertebra that is found in the chest region. And the thoracic vertebra is made up of 12 bones. It's made up of 12 bones. Now, if you count it, this is 1. Remember that the cervical vertebra ended here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it ends where the rib cage ends. So from here to here is your thoracic vertebra with how many bones? With 12 bones. So cervical vertebra, neck region, 7 bones. Thoracic vertebra, chest region, how many bones? 12 bones. Then the next one is your lumbar vertebra. Now the lumbar vertebra is also where your lower back is found. It's found where your lower back is found. This is your lower back. This point here. This is your lower back. So, and this lumbar vertebra is made up of 5 bones. It's made up of what? 5 bones. Now, 5 bones. Where did our thoracic vertebra end? Here, right? So if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see, this one remaining here, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the lumbar vertebra, making up this 5 bones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is your lumbar vertebra. Now, the next one is your sacral vertebra. Your sacral vertebra is made up of 5 bones also. Now, they are fused together to form the sacrum. They are fused together to form the sacrum. So now you'll be having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you look at this, this is your sacral vertebra. This place here. This is your sacral vertebra. And it's fused together to form this stuff you're seeing here. This is the sacrum. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But they are fused together to form sacrum. How many bones have we seen so far? We've seen. Now, if you look at this, the last one we have here is your coccyx or is scuda vertebra. And the coccyx is made up of 4 bones. 4 bones here, 4 bones. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. And they are fused together. The last 3 are fused together, normally fused together. So basically, this is your spine or your vertebral column. So if you count the number of, just like we said, the vertebral column has 33 bones, 33 bones. So if you count, you actually discover that you have 33 bones because the cervical vertebra is made up of 7 bones. The thoracic vertebra is made up of 12 bones. So 7 plus 12, you have 19 bones. Then the lumbar vertebra, which is the lower back, you have 5 bones. 19 plus 5 will give you 24, right? Now, the sacral vertebra, you have 5 bones. 5 bones. So 24 plus 5, you have 29, right? Then in your coccyx, you have 4 bones. So 29 plus 4, you get your 33 bones. So the spine is made up of 33 bones. Let's move on to the next. All right. The next part of the skeleton we're going to look at is the rib cage or the sternum and the sternum. The rib cage and the sternum. So if you look at this Mr. Man here, you can see this is the rib cage. This thing you're seeing is bone. If you're not eating, you've not eaten for days and you do like this, everything will come out. Now this is the rib cage. And the function of this rib cage is to protect the lungs and the heart. You know, you have 2 lungs here. One here, and the heart. Now, the rib cage protects the lungs and the heart. Now, this rib cage is actually 12 pairs. So you have 12 pairs. Now, if you count it, this is 1, 2, 3. Let me turn it this way so you see it well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If you count this other side, you still discover you have 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the rib cage is made up of 12 pairs of bones. 12 pairs, when they say pairs in twos, because we have 12 here, we have 12 here. So in total we have how many? 24 bones here. 24 bones here. So your ribs are 24 in number. 12 pairs. That's 12 on one side and 12 on the other side. Then at the middle, you see a flattened membrane here. A flattened bone here. This flattened bone here is called the sternum or the breastbone. This is the sternum or the breastbone. All right, so this is your rib cage and this is your sternum. We are going to move on to the next part now. But if you've not subscribed to my channel and you are watching this and you're learning, please click on the subscribe button if actually you're learning something. Like this video also. Let's move on to the next part of the skeleton. Now, the next part of the skeleton we're going to look at is the upper limb bones. The upper limb bones. When we talk about the upper limb, just know we are talking about your hand area. This is your hand area. Now, if you look at your upper limb very well, here, there is this bone here. This one that used to carry up like this. Say nothing do my shoulder. We have this one here called the clavicle. The clavicle is also called the collarbone. So this clavicle is also called the collarbone. Then, as you can see, one is here and one is here. So this is the collarbone or the clavicle. And if you check very well, there is a point where the clavicle attaches to the sternum. The clavicle attaches to the sternum. Now, this point, this joint between the clavicle and the sternum is called sternoclavicular joint. Remember this sternum, this clavicle. So this joint is called sternoclavicular joint. So this joint, that's the name of that joint. So this is a clavicle. Now, if you look at this place very well, this one very well, I'm sure as you're seeing it now, you're just remembering that goat, that place you were eating in, that goat or that cow. Now, if you look at this part here is called the scapula, or it's called the shoulder blade. This is called the shoulder blade, or you call it scapula. Now, this scapula here, you know, your hand will attach here. Sorry, I remove the hand here. So, see, if the hand is here, I can actually attach it here. So it will remain. But I need to screw it in. Alright, but for the sake of this video, I'll be using it like this. Alright, so this is the scapula. This is the shoulder blade, right? This is the clavicle. Now, if you look at your hand, the bones in your hand, you have one here, this one here, this one here. In your upper hand, the upper part of your hand is called the humerus. It's called the humerus. Now, the lower part of your hand, you see you have two bones there. You see you have two bones there, one to your right and one to the left. The one to your right is the radius, and here is the ulna. Radius and ulna, radius and ulna. Then your hand now, your hand can be divided into two parts, into three parts. Your wrist, your palm, and your finger. Your wrist, your palm, and your finger. This part of your hand is what I'm talking about. Now, this wrist, there is a bone here, and the bones in this wrist is called the carpals. The bones of your palm is called the metacarpals. So here, the carpals, the metacarpals, and here the bones of the fingers, phalanges. So we have the phalanges here, we have the metacarpals here, and we have the carpals here. So that's that. Remember, this is the clavicle, this is scapula, this is the humerus, this is the radius, this is the ulna, this is the carpals, metacarpals, and phalanges. All right. So that's that about the upper parts of the skeleton, the forelimb or the upper limb. All right, so we're going to move on to the next part of the skeleton now. All right, the next part of the skeleton we're going to talk about is the pelvis. Now, this is the pelvis. If you look at it, turn around. Okay, this is the pelvis. Remember, this part is not part of it too, because this is the vertebral column. Now, this is the pelvis. This is the pelvis. I don't know if you have another name in mind. Okay, but this is the pelvis. Now, in this pelvis here, this pelvis protects internal organs here and supports the upper part of the body. It's just like the upper part of the body is hanging on this pelvis. Now, this pelvis here, if you look at it very well, it's just like it's connecting the upper part of your body and your legs. That's the pelvis. Now, the pelvis is divided into three parts. We have the ilium. So here is the ilium. This part here is the ilium. Here is the ischium, and here is the pubis. So ilium, ischium, pubis, and you've heard of the pubis symphysis dividing the two. All right, so but I don't want to go into that now. This is the ilium, the ischium, and the pubis. All right, so this is that's that about the pelvis. Please, as you go on, as you're watching, any question you have, anything you want me to talk more about, drop it in the comment section and I'll respond. If you need clarification on any part, also drop it in the comment section. I'll respond. Let's move on to the next part. All right, so let's look at the lower limb now, the lower part of the skeleton. Now, if you look at this very well, there's a bone here. This bone, or this bone, the thigh bone, the thigh, this is your thigh. This thigh is called the femur. This thigh bone is called the femur. And this is the longest bone in your body. So if you are asked, the longest bone in the human skeleton is the femur. If you look at it, it's very long from here to here. It's very long. So this is the longest bone in the body. Then if you look at here, there's a kneecap here. There's a kneecap. And this kneecap, what it is doing is actually to protect the knee. So there's a kneecap here, this place here. There's a kneecap here. Now, if you look down also, if you look down very well, we have two bones here. Just like we have in the hand, we have two bones here. We have, turn your leg. Now we have here the fibula, this small one, and the tibia. So we have tibia, the bigger one, and the fibula. Then if you come down again to the foot now, just like the hand, is divided into three parts. This part here, the ankle side, this bone here, is called the tarsals. That of the palm, the wrist of the palm was called the carpals, but now here is called tarsals. Then here is the metatarsals. Then here, the toe. This part is called the phalanges, also just like the hand. So phalanges, metatarsals, and tarsals. So basically, these are the major bones. In the human skeleton. I told you the longest bone is the femur. So what is the smallest bone? The smallest bone, obviously you cannot see it here because it's very small. Smallest bone is called the stapes. Please, it's not pronounced stapes. The spelling is S-T-A-P-E-S, but it's not pronounced stapes. It's pronounced stapes, and it's found in the middle ear. It's found in the middle ear. It's part of the ossicles, found in the middle ear. All right, now let me see who was actually following. I said the longest bone in the human body is what? The femur, right? Good. Now, comments below, drop in the comment section the next part of the body you want me to talk about. Do you want me to talk about the kidney and how urine formation takes place, the function of the kidney, the different parts of the kidney? If you want me to talk about that, just drop kidney in the comment section. Do you want me to talk about, hold on 4, stay here, Uga. Do you want me to talk about the heart? If you want me to talk about the heart, talk about circulation, the different blood vessels of the heart, how blood circulation takes place, how the heart pumps blood from one part of the body to the other part, drop it in the comment section, the heart. If you want me to talk about the ear, how sound waves pass through the outer ear, through the middle ear to the eardrum, and how hearing takes place, drop in the comment section, the ear. If you want me to talk about the eye, the different parts of the eyes and how the different parts of the eyes and how vision takes place, how vision occurs, see it inside, and how vision occurs, drop it in the comment section, the eye. If you want me to talk about the skin, just drop any organ you want me to talk about in the comment section and I will do that in the next video. If you're not subscribed to my channel and you learned something, please drop it in the comment section. If you learned something from this video, subscribe. Click on the subscribe button and share this video. There are many persons out there that want to learn something like this. So share this video, like, and subscribe. See you in the next video. My name is Excellent Simplified. See you then.